What if the last scene you saw isn't the end, but the hinge that flips the whole Outlander universe? The Blood of My Blood. Season 1 finale left a door half open. Henry, Julia, and baby William at the stones. The air humming, the question hanging. Did they make it through? Or did time split them apart? Stay with me, because every path we follow today leads to a jaw-dropper, especially the one where Master Raymond might be the secret guardian who changes everything. Let's start where the ground first shook. That cliffhanger at the stones. I can't stop replaying it. The silence, the choice, the way the wind around them felt like it knew more than we did. The biggest question is simple. Did they time travel? And if yes, did they land together? The answer might be stranger than we think. First, Henry. Imagine the stones releasing him into a different year than Julia and William. Why him? Because time in this story never behaves. It bends around need, fate, and family. And there's a small detail that keeps tugging at me. A man calling out Mrs. Fraser in that season 8 tease, catching Claire off guard. What if that man is Henry, older, desperate, and carrying a map only he can read? Uncle Lamb would have told Claire stories, shown her photos, filled her with faces from a past she thought she'd never touch again. If she sees a man who looks exactly like Henry did in those old photographs, shock would be an understatement. Imagine Claire realizing she's been standing on a thread that crosses not just centuries but siblings. If that's true, then Henry has work to do. He reunites with Claire, an impossible reunion made real, then tells her he can't stay. He has to find Julia, he has to find William. The stones don't just move bodies, they move promises. And Henry's promise is heavy. Get his family back together, no matter how many times he has to step into the unknown. Now, what about Julia and William? This is where time gets tricky and cruel. To travel safely, the traveler needs to hold someone in mind. A person, a destination of the heart. Julia can do that. William can't, he's a baby. He doesn't know Claire. He doesn't know time. That split matters. It means Julia could land somewhere familiar or somewhere wrong, while William either follows a different current or doesn't cross at all. Picture it. Julia stumbling into a time where a little Claire still laughs in sunlit corridors. But the books tell us Claire never saw her family after she was 5. So Julia might miss her by days, hours, heartbeats. She might have to choose. Keep searching for an impossible meeting, or turn around and hunt for Henry and William before the timeline hardens. And what happens if she returns? And William isn't there? This is where the wildest theory starts to feel uncomfortably right. Master Raymond. Every time there's mystery, the air smells faintly of him. Think back to the season 7 finale. The way he asked Claire for forgiveness without telling her why. Everyone thought of faith, and maybe that's part of it. But what if he apologized because he took care of someone Claire loved for years in silence? What if he carried a secret so large he couldn't say it yet? Imagine William left behind in a time nobody expected. Imagine Master Raymond stepping out of the fog like he always does. Never early, never late. He would feel the tear in the fabric. He would know the name before anyone says it. He takes William in, not to steal him, but to keep him hidden, healthy and whole until the right door opens again. He teaches him, protects him, and waits. It explains so much. Why we never knew Claire had a brother. Why William's name never crossed anyone's lips. Why certain apologies feel heavier than they sound. If the voice calling Claire in that season 8 tease is William, her William, then the reason behind Master Raymond's apology might land like a thunderclap. He kept a brother safe, and kept the secret safe too. But what if none of them cross? Breathe. This is the hardest path, and that's why we have to walk it. If Archbug catches them and the stones do not open, the season 2 map turns dark. Arch promised Simon Fraser he'd deliver Julia and her child. Simon knows enough to suspect the child might not be his, and men like him protect reputation more fiercely than truth. Julia could be thrown in prison to silence questions. William could be claimed and renamed, shaped in a house that refuses to see him as he is. It's a grim fate, unless someone moves quickly. Enter Ellen and Brian. Their stories, like Claire and Jamie's, are threaded with timing and courage. You already know their firstborn is named William. Now consider this. We never learned in the show that Claire had a brother named William. If Julia ends up trapped by Simon, word would travel. People talk. People whisper. Ellen and Brian would hear, and they wouldn't look away. I can see it. A quiet rescue in the night, rain slicking the hills, the sound of hooves like a single long drum beat. They don't do it for glory. They do it because it's right. They pull Julia into the light, take William into their arms, and offer safety. Then comes the terrible choice good people often face in this world. Keep the child safe or drag him back into danger chasing the past. If Julia must go and search for Henry, and she will, she might place William with Ellen and Brian, thinking it's only for a little while. But little whiles in this story often turn into years. Bonds form, families weave themselves tighter. If Henry and Julia disappear again, or if the stones spin them far away, Ellen and Brian could become William's true north. It sounds impossible. It also clicks every piece into place. While all these threads twist, history isn't waiting. The Jacobite Rising is not a rumor anymore. In the season 1 finale, Brian did not hesitate. He will fight, and war always carves a line between lovers. Ellen and Brian will face the same curse that followed Claire and Jamie. Distance, danger, the constant ache of not knowing if the person you love will return. But even in heavy times, joy insists on arriving. There's a whisper in the wind, a baby. We already saw little Claire and felt that ache of recognition. Could season 2 give us baby Jamie? In the family timeline, he's the 3rd child, yes, but stories are living things. They bend when the heart demands it. A small twist, a small cradle, a small hand gripping a finger, that could be the bright thread running through an otherwise dark tapestry. Picture Ellen holding him while the world rages, promising him a future his name has already written. Back to the stones, just for a moment. Every theory we've walked leads to the same heartbeat. Reunion. Henry looking for Julia. Julia searching for Henry. William loved and guarded by Master Raymond in secret, or by Ellen and Brian in the open, waiting to be seen. The season could braid these lines together. A call in the distance, a door that finally opens, a sister hearing her name from a brother she never knew she had. Think of Claire's face then. Think of the weightlifting. Think of the apology that suddenly makes sense. Now the practical question everyone is asking. When do we watch it? As of October 2025, filming for Season 2 is close to the finish line. Post-production takes time, music, edits, the careful stitching that makes magic feel real. That timeline points to a release window that feels right. Late 2026 or early 2027 at the latest. It's far enough away to make us restless, but close enough to plan for the moment we press play and fall through the stones again. Let's zoom out and connect the dots one last time. If Henry lands near Claire, we get a reunion that bends the rules and sets the mission. Find Julia and William. If Julia crosses alone, she either just misses a young Claire or chooses to search for her family first, trusting that fate will bring the rest. If William is left behind, Master Raymond's shadow grows long. He becomes the guardian who safeguards the brother no one knew existed until the right moment. If the stones don't open, Archbug's promise drags us into a prison cell and a desperate rescue, with Ellen and Brian stepping into a role that reframes the entire family tree. If war surges, Ellen and Brian fight through. Separation with a fragile hope cradled in their arms, maybe even baby. Jamie, reminding us that love in this world finds a... Wait, and what about the biggest hook of all? The voice calling Mrs. Fraser? If it's Henry, Claire gets her past back in a single breath. If it's William, the secret snaps into focus. Master Raymond's apology, years of hidden care, and a brother returned at last. Either way, the reveal doesn't just resolve a mystery. It redraws the map of Claire's life. So here's the promise I'm holding. Season 2 won't just answer the question, did they make it? It will test what family means when time itself keeps pulling people apart. It will ask how far love can travel. It will show us who steps up when history tries to hide a child. And it will give us the shock that only this world can deliver. The kind that makes you sit up, rewind, and whisper, wait, what did I just see? If any of these paths are right, we're not just getting a season filled with action and danger. We're getting reunions that heal old wounds, secrets that finally breathe, and a timeline that tightens instead of frays. Keep your theories close. Keep your heart ready. The stones are humming again, and when they sing, someone always steps through.